Yeah, this is making no money. Let me be very clear. This podcast is making. I'm gonna have to pay YouTube for this to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's be best friends.
Hello and welcome to Let's Be Best Friends, a podcast where I talk to people that I barely know and try and convince them to be my new best friends, because in times like these, who needs enemies? My guest today is the editor-in-chief of film-cred and one of the hosts of Sequels. It's Sara Sorrentino.
Hi.
Did I pronounce your last name right?
Yeah, you did.
I realized
Yes.
midway through saying the intro, I had not in any way asked how to say your name. I've never said your name in my life.
Yeah.
And I was midway through and I was like, hope I don't fuck this up.
Nope, you went for it all the way. No, it's good. It's fine.
It's the only way. It's the only way I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Welcome
Sounds
to the
it
show,
out.
Sarah. I appreciate
you.
you being here. This is your first time here on the show. We've had one of your other Sequels hosts. We had Shaq on here many moons ago. Your friend and mine, the internet's favorite man. So I'm excited to have you on here. We're going to talk about all kinds of shit. We're going to start with so here on Let's Be Best Friends, if this is your first time watching, and I'm sure it is because fuck, it's been on hiatus for ever. Here on the show, I like to make sure that the conversation is as natural and comfortable as possible. The easiest way for me to do that is I ask the guests what they want to do. And Sarah, today, you said that you wanted to play Minecraft. Now, I'm very interested in this because neither of us are 12 years old. So I was curious as to what... I was curious as to why Minecraft was the first thing that came to your head. Also, we've never talked about Minecraft, and none of our interactions as human beings have ever been about Minecraft. So I'm curious, why Minecraft?
There's like 5 games I play on the computer. One of them should be canceled, World of Warcraft. The other one is MapleStory, and we were going to play MapleStory. We never figured that out, but I didn't bring that up for this because I thought it would be too complicated. Fairy Solitaire on Steam. That's not a co-op game. Don't ask me.
Solitaire is oftentimes not.
Very solitaire though.
It's very solitary.
Yeah, I don't play that many games. I built a desktop computer during quarantine. It's a really nice computer. I hardly use it. However, recently I've been wanting to play Minecraft and I couldn't convince anyone to play with me. And I was I was working on convincing my boyfriend to start a server.
Right.
And you said yes to playing Minecraft on this before he agreed, and then he agreed. So this past weekend we played. So I've been training. I'm
sick.
ready.
So you're all warmed
speed
up.
Run, creative Minecraft. Let's do it.
I don't know if you can. I don't know what the goal of
You can speed run it.
Minecraft.
You can speed run it. We're gonna do it.
Is the goal who can make the biggest dick the fastest?
How did you know?
Okay,
I
cool.
literally was gonna say that. I'm not kidding.
We're already like halfway to best friends. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not building a giant penis in Minecraft creative, what are you doing?
I think it's the only way to actually. I think it's the only way to play Minecraft is the thing.
Yeah, I think that's what the 12-year-olds decided.
You know what? If there's one thing that I go to 12-year-olds for, it's like Fortnite, Minecraft, and like updates on the Power Rangers, because apparently the Power Rangers are still going. I don't know if
Power
you know
Rangers
about
are
this.
still going. Alex, if you're watching this, I'm going to speak for you real quick. My friend Alex Fernandez, big Power Rangers fan.
Lovely.
Power Rangers still going strong.
It's funny because like I was a Ninja Turtles kid growing up, right? So like I liked the Power Rangers because
you're younger than me.
Yeah, I read the comics because I was a big nerd who did not have a girlfriend for a very long time.
Same.
So I read the comics and I was the kid who was like, oh, the comics are so Donatello like shoots a guy in one and then he has a whole arc about dealing with the fact that he shot a guy.
Wait, did he really
Power
shoot a
Rangers
guy?
could never. I was that kid. So like I watched the movie and I was like, the Blue Ranger's chill. I like the Blue Ranger. But like beyond that, my little cousins
Pink
would come
Ranger.
in. You were a Pink
Halloween.
Ranger. I feel like female Power Rangers fans like fell into camps. Like it was either like they liked the Pink Ranger or they like adamantly were like, I don't like the Pink Ranger. I'm not like most girls.
No, I didn't have like an angsty, like I was too young to be angsty about the Pink Ranger. I just accepted that was what I got.
It is wild to me that like there is a subsect of like human development where people got angsty about a color. Because I feel like in like the late
yeah.
90s and early thousands, there was that like fuck pink, or
early
like,
thousands,
pink
all
back.
up until like maybe 2015. Hated pink. Okay, I won't lie about that. But again, I was 4 when the original Power Rangers was going on or so. So I was jumping around dressed as the pink Power Ranger, no problem. didn't have any angst yet. Very early in.
So we're here in Minecraft. Ow. Hey. You shot me. I would like to, at this point, to tell the audience that when we were figuring out what we were going to do in Minecraft, I was like, let's do survival mode. And then I have to grief kill you for the episode, for the content. And then Sarah was like, oh no, we're going to do creative and just build things like friends. And then the first thing she's done today is shot me in the head.
No, I hit you with a diamond sword first.
Oh, well, that was before.
And then I got the crossbow, and I've got like these golden arrows. I hardly ever play creative, so I'm so excited.
Honestly, me neither. I haven't played creative. I did like a building contest with friends a few times, and that was pretty all right. I built a giant Numel, like the Pokemon, like the big camel dude. Built one of hims, and then I was like, I retired. Doesn't get better than that.
No, that's pretty high up there, I guess.
Right?
That makes sense.
So what are we building today on this, your episode of Let's Be Best Friends?
So I found in my head options, okay?
Right.
The first option was a penis.
Right, of course.
And that's the backup. If we really aren't sure what to do, we're going to do a penis.
Right.
Second option, giant bisexual flag.
Ooh, I like that.
Third option, giant VHS tape.
Ooh, and the branding? Oh, I love that.
Or all 3.
We could.
Or a giant VHS tape with a penis above and a bi flag coming off the shaft.
We could do. Oh my God, that's so good. That's actually so good. No, that's way better than what I was. Okay, let's do that.
Okay, we can do all of it. We got it. Mom, if you're watching this, you know what you did.
Mom, you don't watch this show.
You don't watch this. She loves YouTube though, so
she does. She does, and she always. It's funny when I first started doing it. She was like, "I'm gonna watch every episode," and I was like, "Don't do that. Actually, instead, because you're not gonna like a lot of the jokes that I'm almost certainly gonna make on it." And so what she does, because she's an absolute sweetheart, is she downloads the podcast and then doesn't listen to it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it gets the sweet, all the things that I need, like the engagement, I get.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't touch the content at all, which is magnifique.
My mom has bought film-cred and sequels merch. She is a Patreon contributor to film-cred.
I love that.
I don't think she's read a single thing on there. And then sequel, she doesn't even know how to find the episodes. That's how good I've done on that one.
Nicely done.
Yeah, thank you.
Every once in a while, one of my family members will like message me on Facebook, and they'll be like, "Saw your interview with XYZ. It was a really good episode." And I'm like, "How? How did that happen?" Cool.
Yeah,
that's
my aunt follows me on Twitter.
Love
and,
that.
Like, will just talk to me about film stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, cool. But I know the other things I post on Twitter, and I'm just like, are you just ignoring the other stuff? Like, that's cool. I'm cool with it. I appreciate it.
Twitter's like my safe haven, because like my Facebook and Instagram, I barely use them, and when I do, it's all just like, I have a show coming up, or like I made a podcast or whatever, and that's all I post on there. And then my Twitter is where I'm just a degenerate little goblin, which is where that's what Twitter is used for. If any member of my family finds it, I'm completely borked, and I'm gonna have to make
it's like a mixture between like my LinkedIn. Oh, hi. I kind of treat Twitter in a weird way, but I did make Shaq delete the sequels Facebook.
Aww.
I was like, I'm gonna do my best. I'm getting rid of all the Facebook stuff. Okay, so
how big do we want our VHS to be? Because I've got a black block.
Yeah, I want real big. Are you doing block of coal, or what are we doing?
I took black wool because I feel like
you want black wool.
Yeah.
No, I agree. So let me find the black wool real quick. You just like type it in. Did you figure out how to get like stacks, or do we have to click?
Oh no, so you don't even need stacks. You can just, if you have one, it just does the
going.
thing. Yeah, dude.
Creative
mode's crazy.
So black, and then what's the we're gonna need some white.
I guess when you white, yeah.
We're gonna need some gray, I think.
I gotta remember what a VHS tape looks like. 1 second.
And then let's find like a good area, like maybe over here. Okay. Oh, you got a VHS tape.
Yeah, I've got the one I pulled was Howard the Duck.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's
have a
insane
Howard
that's
the
the one
Duck
I pulled.
comic book over on the wall to the
Wait,
side.
really?
Yeah.
Are you like a big Howard the Duck fan, or like is that
No,
like a
I'm
gag?
a big Doctor Strange fan.
Ah, okay. Is he
And,
like a Doctor Strange thing?
He was in Doctor Strange is in this particular.
Oh, it's like a crossover.
Yep.
This is taking like forever to kill. How do I murder this thing more efficiently?
But it's pretty good. It's a good cover. It's not an old comic though. It's
Is it like one of the new ones?
It looks pretty new. It's such a good cover though. Okay, how do I
So are you like a comic person?
Yeah, I would say I was. I don't currently collect.
Right.
I've kind of been feeling like I want to again, but I have like I would say at least 1,500 comics.
Jesus. Okay, cool. So you're like you're comicked out of your mind.
I bought the fancy boxes, like not just like the regular ones.
Shit.
I got like these fancy like black plastic ones that are supposed to like protect the acid or whatever.
Yeah, you got like the comic book store ass comics.
I mean, better than what they have because they just sell like the normal long cases and short cases. Or
hey,
whatever.
whoa, we respect our local comic book store here.
No, they're great. They're great. I honestly, Austin doesn't have one that I particularly like a comic book store nearby that I like.
Really? I feel like isn't Austin like the biggest? Isn't like that like the big city in Texas? Isn't it?
It's the capital.
Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if it was that or Houston.
No, it's the capital. But
okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. There are some good stores, but they're just not even like within like 20 or 30 minutes of me.
Okay, this is gonna sound stupid because I know like Texas and whatever, but like
yeah.
Is it that big of a town? Like is Dallas so big that there's like
Dallas I feel like I've heard Dallas is super big. It looks big to me. I was in one corner of it to go see Childish Gambino.
That's sick.
And it was dead.
That's crazy.
It was like super dead. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we don't have to fill it in. Because what I'm thinking is we're going to see it from this way and look at it. So I'm behind you right now.
I don't even know. Okay, there we go.
And it'll have it'll be the VHS tape standing up, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so let's
So how tall are we going to make this?
Let's just make it very big, and the worst thing happens is we have to like make it a little bit more.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna fucking like I'm gonna make it like rather large.
But Texas is insanely big.
That's like its thing. That's like its whole gimmick, right?
Yeah, well, like so for me to get over to Dallas, it's like 4 hours going north. It's not insane, I guess, or like maybe 4.5.
Right.
And then if I want to go to like Houston is like 2.5-ish hours.
So it's like big-esque.
But
it's like
the real issue is all of these cities are like on the east side.
Right. Okay.
If I wanted to get from one side to the other, east to west, that's like 10. I think it's like 10 hours or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like crazy.
American geography is like fascinating to me because I think it's stupid and makes no sense.
Yeah, I got no concept of what Canada's like, so don't worry about it. I'm not offended.
But like
I just realized how close to Toronto I was when I was in Michigan.
Oh yeah, you were like right there.
I had no concept.
Probably less time to get from Michigan to Toronto than it does to get from east to west Texas, it sounds like.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Which is an insane thing.
And I'm from New Jersey originally, and like
oh yeah, then that's also like crazy wicked close.
But even when I was in New Jersey, I didn't realize how close I was to like New York City. I didn't realize how close I was to Canada.
Isn't that like a thing though? Like people from New Jersey or like people from New York go to New Jersey to party? Isn't that like a thing?
So maybe, but I was really young.
True.
Like
that's fair.
I left when I was 15, so I wasn't driving yet.
Right.
Because I wasn't driving yet, I didn't even know what part of New Jersey I was really in. So when I left and I moved, I started to look at maps and I'm like, oh, I lived right by Staten Island. Oh shit, that's so cool. I didn't know that. I was like literally like 30 minutes away. I never went over there.
The only thing I know about Jersey is like people from New York go to Jersey to go and be like weird, and then they go back to New York and have day jobs. I
don't know. It's not fun to party in New Jersey, so I haven't heard that.
Don't they have the Jersey Shore? Isn't that like they have like a whole thing? For
Okay, Jersey Shore is like a spring break thing. It's like going to like Cocoa Beach or something in Florida. Like that makes sense.
Right.
Because there's a beach.
They had like a show. That's what that's all I know about it.
Yeah, my cousin was in it. Not really my cousin, but we have the same last name, so I.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like dead ass.
Mikey.
A lie. Yeah. Mikey.
Yeah. Mr. The Situation.
Could you imagine? What would it be like? Can you imagine knowing like the situation and then being like, but like not knowing he was on Jersey Shore, and then you just tuned in one day and you're like, Mike?
Yeah. No, I mean, the funny thing is with that, my actual cousin was like, hey, did you know we have the same last name as The Situation? On Facebook. I think he like messaged me on Facebook Messenger back in the day. And I was like, funny. No, I did not know that. No one's literally ever brought that up to me. That's so weird.
What a bananas thing to just cold message somebody though.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I would do probably the exact same. No one has my last name on the planet. So like, other than like Germans, and Germans don't get famous. So
no, there's like multiple. I mean, there's not that many like famous Sorrentinos.
Yeah, you got one.
We got one. Oh, there's also a director.
Really?
Do you remember Jude Law when Jude Law was in like a TV show or something where he played the Pope? He played like a sexy Pope.
Oh yeah. He was like young, sexy, cool Pope, edgy and shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's Paulo Sorrentino, I think.
Huh? Did you watch that show? I feel like no one watched that
show. No, I didn't watch that. I didn't support
did
my
anyone
cousin.
watch that show?
No. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I
felt bad because it looked kind of cool, but it was one of those shows that like comes out and then I'm like, and then no one talks about, and then I go, okay,
no,
I
wasn't interested in sexy Pope.
But you're big into TV, right? Like we'll get into it because obviously you run a website about it.
I'm not big into TV. No, I wouldn't say that.
Really?
I'm not even big into movies. I don't like anything.
I hate everything. Thanks for being on my podcast.
I watch some shows, but I'm not super big into it compared to like people who like write about television.
Okay.
But I like it. I like it. It's just there's just so many things to watch.
Right.
I think TV especially is like very overwhelming.
Well, especially nowadays too, right? I feel like every day I have to be very up to date on another show's plot in order to go on Twitter.
Yeah, like this past week, everyone's talking about White Lotus, and I'm like, I can't keep. What's that? And then
there was like a controversy about it, and I didn't even know the show. I don't even know what that show is. I didn't know it was a thing. Oh,
there's like another show that has the same plot or something like that.
Sure,
that's one of the controversies.
I saw like director of White Lotus issues apology over ending, and I was like, "What is White Lotus?"
He's not. Yeah, no. He was apologizing because it was controversial, apparently. But it's not bad. He didn't do anything.
Oh, let's go.
You're making it sound like
because that's like it would be like to me it would be like it's like when Game of Thrones was really popular, and I would see like a news article that would be like, actor who plays Jon Snow like farted in a church and everyone's mad about it. And I'd be like, do I have to know about this? Like, is there context or like?
No, no, I don't completely know. Like I said, I try to keep up with a lot of things, but honestly, there's no way for me. And I think people assume that I'm keeping up with everything because I'm editor-in-chief, but I'm not.
Your brand is strong because I just assumed that you were.
People just pitch things to me, and then I'm like, that sounds fine.
I like that. That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good. And it's revolutionary. It's like a revolutionary way. Oh, good, you got that. To run a website. Just being like, yeah, sure, cool, no problem. Okay, wait. You're filling in too much.
Okay, wait. What are we doing here?
Okay, so what we need to do here is wait, let me get this area done.
Yeah.
So what's happening is we want like a white area in the middle.
Right. For the
so label. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to kill this.
Have you ever seen the box art for the movie Howard the Duck, by the way?
I feel like I have.
This thing is such a good fucking piece of art, dude.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
The rolling egg. I don't even know why.
Have you always owned that, or is that like a new purchase or something?
I have no idea how this came. I didn't know I owned this movie legitimately until I pulled this from the shelf that's next to me and put it here at this moment.
Do you think someone's like trolling you? Like it's a trick?
It's an amazing troll if it is.
Do you think like one of your roommates was like, I'm just gonna put Howard the Duck next to his
I don't know where they would go to buy VHSs.
That's true. Okay, is this even? You think it's even?
I'd call it even. I'd call it both
2.
even and Steven.
Okay, deal. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this whole thing in with white.
Okay.
Do you want to start working on the penis?
Yeah, you know what? I've been asked that question before, and I'll give you the exact same answer. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, cool.
Let me find a very fleshy block.
I think there's like a peach wool. There's gonna be like a peach wool.
There's a pink wool. There's a purple block. What the fuck is this?
Not purple. No, we're not doing Thanos.
Wait. Why not? Why are we not doing bisexual icon Thanos?
No. I've seen that too many times. I'm not interested.
Interesting.
You remember the Thanos thirst traps that people were posting?
No. What the fuck?
Oh, yo, on another just search it up. Thanos, and it's just him looking over his shoulder with the full butt out.
Thanos thirst.
Yeah, it'll come
trap.
up.
I'll find this. I'll put this up for the video listeners.
I think this is my main skill set. Like I'm not especially like I don't keep up. I just remember things very well. Like I remember like old controversy. I remember a lot of things for no reason. Oh, this VHS tape looks great.
So I'm not seeing the actual picture. I am seeing a lot of pictures of Josh Brolin being upset. Like it's just a lot of pictures of him being very upset. Is he like okay? Wait, I think I might have found it. I have found it. He's like posed and his bum is in the air.
Butt, yeah, there's a few, but the one with him posed with his butt in the air and he's kind of like looking over his shoulder.
Yeah. Very modeling.
That's a good one.
I'll throw this up. It also comes with a caption from Josh Brolin's Instagram. It says, "I don't remember having this photograph taken, but then again, there are a lot of things I don't remember," which is an amazing response.
He just accepted. Picture. Yeah, he was like, "No, that's fine."
He's like, "You guys can go be horny for this giant purple monster."
Yeah, he's very supportive. Have you seen one of my favorite movies, Inherent Vice?
I haven't seen it, but I wanted to see it. Like I saw about it. You know what I mean?
You know it exists.
Yeah, it was all over film Twitter, and I notoriously take a bajillion years to watch any movie.
That's okay. He deep throats a chocolate covered banana in that. just in case you were wondering.
I'm glad we opened the show being like, our parents don't listen to this. And if they do, I hope they don't.
It's fine. It's totally chill. Yeah, that's what happens in that.
Okay, I believe I found the fleshiest block possible. If you would like to take a look.
Yeah, it's a little. Oh god.
Can I like
the VHS
set?
Okay, I'm coming up.
Can I like time? Can I like?
Yeah, can you? I think it's like sand might be but the problem is the mechanism of sand. No, that's great. That's
okay.
Great.
Cool. I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start building a big old dick.
Now, do you have a darker like pink one?
Oh yeah, of course. I got.
Okay.
I got. God, there's too much. I got magenta terracotta.
Okay.
I've got pink wool.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna either look like very dicky or like very brainy almost. So either way, I think we're living good on that one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So let me ask you this then. So let's talk a little bit about your origin story then. How does film-cred come to be if you're not super into like?
I am into film like overall. I started posting about film news and stuff like that when I was like 17 on Tumblr. So I've always been like really into like, but I've always been into like movie news and like casting rumors and not like clickbait, but like I started being really into film when like Iron Man had just taken off. Okay. So like IMDb was like the coolest thing to me. Like I could just like be on the IMDb boards and like talking about who might be casted as what and stuff like that. You were
on the IMDb forum boards?
Mm-hmm.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, because that's like 2007, 2008, 2009. Right, I was literally taking like a web design class in high school, and I would just sit there in IMDb forums. So
I love that. So instead of doing your work, you were just on like one of the most
because they were
obscure
having us
forum
using
boards you
like
could be on.
Dreamweaver to like design something. I still don't understand that. Everyone else was playing Counter-Strike. So I was
They
like, I'm
were
just
playing
sit here.
Counter-Strike too.
Yeah, it was great. But so I got really into reading the forums. Then I got into wanting to be the person that broke the news.
Ooh.
So I had I had like a Tumblr blog, and like I think I did really well one time where like the first Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone pictures got released from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. And it was like them holding each other and being all like in character, and that was a big deal. So I posted that, and I could have got like 3,000 likes on Tumblr. I was like, "This is it. This is my big break."
You're like, "I've done it. I've made it.
I've fucking done it." And then I started moving over to Twitter. And I started my Twitter in 2000.
And it all went downhill.
2008, I think. Yeah. No, I mean, it didn't go downhill. I mean, but 13 years on Twitter is kind of weird.
It changes you. It really does. My mom wanted to get on Twitter, and I legitimately was like, "You don't want to do that.
You don't want no part of that."
It's not. My mother is such a lovely, sweet, and innocent person. I would never want her corrupted by Twitter, and she would be, and it would be. My mom once tried to get me to explain a meme to her, and I looked her dead in the face and was like,
no. You made the Rick and Morty thing.
What do you mean? What? Wait, what?
You made the Rick and Morty.
This is a beautiful penis. This is 1-to-1 exactly what my dick looks like. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, where are the balls?
It's kind of like a weird. It's hard to do circles and cylinders in Minecraft. I don't know if you know this. Everything is made of squares.
Okay, I want this, but like way too much taller.
I can do that. That's a request I can do.
Like a pencil dick.
Yeah, that's a request I can do.
Because we got to put the flag off of it.
Right,
so
of course.
Higher,
you're so right.
Okay.
I was such an idiot. You're so right.
Okay. Okay. So then I was on Twitter for a very long time.
Right.
And then I started working. I went to college to edit.
Like writing editing.
Writing editing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I got out of college, and no one pays you to write.
Absolutely not.
Or no one pays you to edit. No one pays you to write, but they also don't pay you to edit.
Yeah, no one pays you for shit, dog.
No one pays you. So then I was like, oh, okay, what else I got? And
what else have I got cooking?
Yeah, it's not like I was in college for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I got out, I had a really good resume because I was working the whole time.
Okay.
So I haven't had trouble. I didn't get out of college and have trouble finding a job because I was 26 by the time I got out of college.
Nice.
25. Oh, I was the age. And so then I was like, okay, well, why don't I just edit for fun?
Right.
So I started working for a site, and I started editing for fun. But I wanted to edit a little bit more intensely, like a little bit more what I think is like useful.
Right.
To people who actually want to try and make a thing out of writing. So then I'm just gonna end up writing sex. I just wrote SE. I wanted to fill sequels. Really, I didn't want this to be such a dirty episode. But if you can just look at
this is the filthiest episode of the podcast.
You can just look at
that
this
there's ever been. I'm
tape.
coming. Let me tell you, it is a slow descent from this very impressive dick we've made. Oh yeah, man, that is.
I didn't want to do this. No, this is not what I. The penis is fine. I got no problem with the penis. But
I've said that. I've heard that before. Yeah.
I'm not okay with this part. I'm just gonna do some squiggles or something.
Can you draw a duck? Can you draw a duck in Minecraft blocks for Howard the Duck?
No. I cannot. I don't think so. Like realistically, like no. Keeping in caps lock. Okay, so then I worked for site. I started editing, and then I started another site on my own.
Right.
Where I built it, and it was
Wait, you made the website? Did you?
Yeah, I made the website. I made the website, not on Dreamweaver. I used a WordPress.com.
Nice.
It was trash. It was
WordPress,
called True
baby.
Superhero Fans Only! ! And it was a parody clickbait site.
Okay. Yeah.
That picks on superhero names. We got in trouble with Jared Leto's fans for one of the articles.
Haven't
Pretty
we
funny. Yeah. That died. This is too high.
Wait, you had one second. You had one request, and that was to make it entirely too tall.
This is too high. I want it less.
Can you as a foreman tell me where you want this? Are you? That is too big. That's like where it was.
No, the head can start at that color. I feel like it just really circumcised this thing. Okay, I'm gonna switch my colors around for the bi flag. I'm gonna do my best here. Okay, that's purple, pink. It's purple, pink.
Purple, pink, and blue. I think.
Okay.
Don't you remember your bisexual lighting 101?
No, they just assume that we all chose that flag. Nobody asked me.
It's such a dog shit flag. I
got no problem with it, to be honest. I'm okay with it. I think the color scheme is nice. I'm searching it. Okay, it's pink at the top. Okay.
As someone who I like the flag in concept. I like flags, man. I'm big into flags. It's just objectively the worst one. Like, have you seen like the bear flag and the gay flag and the lesbian flag?
I have not seen the bear flag. That's very interesting.
It's got a fucking bear on it, which makes it cool.
That does make it cool. A little on the nose, but cool.
But it's right there on the tin. You know what I mean? The gay flag is very like sensible. It like the colors all match and look very fashionable.
The green?
Yeah, it's like greeny, bluey kind of situation.
It's okay.
But it's better than the bi flag. The bi flag is like objectively the worst.
I don't want to like get in a fight about the bi flag. I feel like I should have been consulted, but at the same time, I'm okay with it. I kind of just accept what I'm given here, Okay, so pink, and then the purple will be a little bit less. So that's 4. So the purple will be blue. 2. Yep. Okay, so then I had that site.
Yeah.
And then I went ahead and was like, I'm gonna do a real site.
A big boy site.
Better. Big boy site.
Yeah.
So, oh no. So then I did that site.
Yeah.
film-cred.
Hashtag.
And it's going well. It's a year old.
Nice. When did it turn? No, I'm legitimately laughing at like, hey, can you come on my podcast? Like it's coming back. I wanna start having like people that I like on. I want to start with an episode that'll be like nice and fun and chill. And then it's we've built what was supposed to be a giant billboard for your podcast that did not work out. And then now we've drawn just the largest penis I could possibly come up with and then cut it in half.
Yeah, no, this is great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is all I've ever wanted more. I'm just sitting here thinking about, before we started recording, I was like, I'm an adult who pays taxes and votes. And then this is what we've chosen to do with our spare time. And I'm in love with that concept. Good.
Yeah, don't regret this. This is great.
I have never regretted anything in my life. I would never regret this.
Okay. Yeah, that's the bi flag, right? I mean, like, obviously it needs to be way longer.
I was going to say, she's a little thin.
No. I'm just making sure my numbers, my rows are right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been on Twitter so long, and I've been part of film Twitter so long that at a certain point I was like, hey, things suck. Things really do suck. I follow writers and I follow editors, and the writers are complaining that they never hear back from the editors, and the editors are complaining that they can't find any writers, or that they're overwhelmed and their inbox sucks, or anything else they want to complain about.
Right.
Or like the pitches they get suck. That's the real thing. Editors are like, these emails we get are trash. You guys have to use this subject headline, blah, 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 blah. So my concept for film-cred is just like, let's make this a little bit less terrible for everybody.
So is it like, it's like more streamlined?
It's like a workshop. I want it to be like a workshop.
Okay.
I want it to be like, hey, you want to write about film. You wrote some essays in college about bad boys. And now you want to be an actual writer of like film analysis. Right. No one tells you what you're supposed to do to get to that point.
Right.
And there really hardly anyone gets to that point to begin with. But the real thing is like, there's no guidelines at all. and people are ignoring your emails when you ask for help. And because nobody taught you how to actually write the email, you're just writing on a blog, like a Sara Sorrentino.wordpress.com blog. and it's okay to have a blog like that in this like industry, but who's going to that website? Like no one's going to that website. You're not building any like traction there. You have some samples there, but sometimes an editor will see that all of your samples are from a personal blog.
Yeah, and then they're just like, this is nothing.
I can't do anything with that.
Right.
So yeah. So I was like, okay, how are people supposed to learn if nobody's giving them the chance to learn? So that is kind of what film-cred is. It's just like, you can send me a stupid pitch and I'm going to ask you questions about it. If the subject line doesn't make any sense, I'm going to ask you questions. Like I'm not going to brush off your email because something didn't make sense to me immediately. Yeah, this is pretty good, I think.
I'm in love with this.
The only thing that I am upset about personally is there's no writing on the VHS. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to like put some gray, like fake text, you know?
Oh, like little scribblies? Little scribbly
guys?
Yeah,
yeah, I'm thinking scribblies.
I like that.
But I want to keep it within, like, like here. Yeah, this makes sense. This is good.
Yeah, I'm with this.
Like, yeah.
And then we call it like Minecraftese. I'm sure there's some kind of like made up language for sure, right?
Yeah. So there you go.
Lovely.
And then fill it in with the gray. I think we did this too fast. That's the real issue.
I think when we were building the base of the giant VHS, I was like, I don't know about this. I feel like it's going to take a long ass time.
No, we're too pro.
You know what it was? We were too in the zone. We were just like,
chatting and
clicking, man.
I gotta put this down a little. I need a little bit more. Yeah.
So you started film-cred to just kind of like help people out and like, I assume also in some way help yourself out. So like, what was kind of like the process, like the thought process? Because like most people, I would argue, would not just be like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna start doing it and just like see what happens. Like,
no, that's it. And I would even argue it's not helping me out. It's not really doing anything for me, to be honest with you. No. I mean, like, yeah, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna be editor-in-chief, so it wasn't even like a title thing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do something a little bit more successful. I guess, but like,
that's the title of my life. That's the title of my autobiography.
I don't need the title of being editor-in-chief, really. It doesn't matter to me. I think I just like organizing things and like helping out. Like, I just like creating stuff sometimes, but I'm not really super creative. I'm more of like, I liked editing because I could help writers who are creative kind of put their thoughts into like a better structure sometimes. Like, I see things that writers don't see when they're like in the moment of passionately tapping away or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a skill. I like being useful, I think is the word. I just want to be useful. Yeah. And that is what I gained from this. Like, I feel useful.
Yeah. I mean, you have one of the most important skill sets in like the creative process, because I feel like as a goofy slack off artist, like, we can sit there for hours and come up with ideas and like write them down and like, but if there isn't someone to like wrangle us in and be like, okay, but like, you have to do something with that. And also half of this doesn't make any fucking sense, because when the creatives do it, we just get depressed.
Yeah, I'm a wrangler. And honestly, that part, like the depressed part, like, I haven't always understood that about creatives. Because I'm so much like, okay, I came up with something, I'm just gonna do it. Like, literally the VHS tape idea.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like, I come up with ideas and then I'll just go and start doing it. And I'm very quick to make decisions. But with creatives, I sometimes forget that, like, if y'all give me, like, I have friends that present an idea to me and I'm like, listen, that's not gonna work. Yeah. And that breaks them for a day. And I'm like, oh shit. My bad. Like, I forgot.
But that's like so important. Like I said, it's so important. Like, someone needs to be able to wrangle these goddamn creatives together, Because otherwise we just run roughshod and start crying everywhere.
Yeah, no, I feel like my purpose in life is to help the creatives not cry, but also I do make the creatives cry, but on accident. I don't mean to. I'm not mean. I just forget.
I'm not mean. I just forget. Sara
I just
Sorrentino
forget that
2021.
other people process feelings differently than me. It's my, I don't know.
I think it's totally fair though, because I feel like it's like the opposite. Because I feel like, and I've been guilty of this a lot too, where like I feel like creative people have trouble seeing things from like a non-creative perspective. Like for some, like for people who like grow up their whole lives and they like want to be artists or they want to be like writers or whatever, and then they meet someone who like doesn't want that, it can be like why? Like, what do you want to do? Like when you have a friend who ends up just wanting to be an accountant and have like a solid, stable life, you're like,
yeah.
What do you mean you don't want to be like?
I just
like
want to correct
famous,
spelling
like-
mistakes and like work on spreadsheets, and that's
Honestly, God
really
bless
what I
you.
want. But let's come up with another thing to build. I think.
Okay.
Do we have time to build one other thing?
You know what? I'll say so. As the
Okay.
person who runs the podcast, absolutely.
Okay, what should we build? Let's think.
Okay.
Let's use our brains.
What else can we do to self-promote? Because I feel like that's the name of the game here is self-promotion.
Mhm.
Shilling is, I think,
Well,
the name of the game.
was the penis a self promotion?
I told you, it's a life size scale model of exactly what it looks like.
Do you not know what the Rick and Morty thing looks like?
I am such a cool Chad. I don't watch Rick and Morty.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, I don't like it. I just know what this item is. Okay. Okay, we could add on to this, or we could build something separate.
I feel like adding on to this like a monument. I like that we have this like monument right next to Spawn.
That's true. Let's see. Oh man, I might be out of ideas. I got to think of something.
Can we go back like 2 minutes to when you just said how good you are coming up with ideas?
I know I am,
them?
but I came up with 3 ideas here. I came up with all 3 of these ideas.
I'm not an ideas guy. What do you want from me? I came up with a whole podcast.
Okay, I want something bright and shiny.
Okay.
So I want something that glows.
Okay.
So, here I got some raw gold. That's
Okay.
cool.
I have glowstone. It like actually glows.
Okay, let me get the glowstone going.
Ah,
I'm not seeing glowstone right this second.
ah,
Oh, is that it? Glowstone? Yep, I'm in.
ah.
And then is there why are you making that sound? What's
Because
that?
it's like, when it's like when it like when you open a treasure chest in a video game or something.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Magma block. Okay, magma block, glowstone, raw gold is my palette.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, let's just, whatever that is, let's just make something cool.
The only thing I'll say is I think a magma block might light half of our shit on fire.
Oh, should we try it?
It is, yeah, fuck it, why not? It is made of wool. Okay, so that's good.
Oh, can you fix the penis? I messed up the penis.
Hey, you know what? I've been fixing penises for so long.
Hey, it's not doing
Wait,
that.
is it not?
Not-
Oh, let's
no.
go. Fuck
Yeah,
physics,
yeah.
am I right, fellas? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna build something out of glowstone over here. We've got like.
I mean, what if I
we've got,
make like a
fire
giant
ants.
volcano with the magma rock coming out of it?
You are an ideas person, huh?
Yeah. I've got it. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think magma rock actually explodes anything. Ooh, ancient debris, hell yeah. What are all these blocks?
I have
don't know
no
these
idea,
blocks.
man. I like
Okay.
barely played Minecraft when I was like a kid, when it was like that's what you did because you were a child.
I never played Minecraft as a kid
Me neither. And like
because it
everyone
wasn't
else did.
around.
True, same.
Yeah, no, I didn't play until I was like 17 or 18.
Were you like a gamer at all growing up? Like when you were a kid, did you play like oldie video games?
Yeah, okay, yeah. My first video game was Game Boy Color Smurfs platformer game.
I was like, what is the game that's gonna come out of her mouth with the Game Boy Color? I didn't see Smurfs coming. Fair play.
Smurfs, and then I definitely played like Pokemon Yellow was one of the first games I ever had.
Okay, hell
For
yeah.
sure.
What's your starter?
Pikachu because it was Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, right. Duh,
You
idiot.
fake nerd.
I am. The funny part is Pokemon Yellow was my first Pokemon game too, so I wicked should have known that.
And that was great. I've played every one of the Pokemons.
Like even the new ones?
Yes.
Are you a fan of the new ones? Because I can't get into them. I'm an old grumpy boomer.
Listen, at this point, they could make anything and I'll play that shit and I will not complain. Like, I think if I have to pick my favorite Pokemon game, it's probably Ruby.
Nice.
Ruby was really good.
That was my stomping grounds.
It's just so good.
It's just so
but
good.
At the same time, it's like I'm a shill for Pokemon 100% because I mean. Like Pokemon Snap. I bought Pokemon Snap immediately.
Oh yeah.
Like, yep. Yeah, that's fine by me. Okay, how's my Volcano looking? I haven't put the. It looks terrible.
It looks like a volcano. To be
fair.
No,
really? Yeah.
That's pretty much what a volcano looks like, from what I understand. I've never seen a volcano. I don't know if. Do you guys have? This is a stupid question. There's no way there's volcanoes in Texas, right? Like it's very flat, I assume.
No, there's not in Texas, but we do have volcanoes somewhere in the United States of America.
This I know because the Bible tells me so, and I think Hawaii is part of America, and they got hella volcanoes.
Yeah, we count them. They don't want us to, and that's fine. I understand why.
I get it. To be fair.
Yeah, no. Hey, Hawaiians, I agree. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but Texas is like a farm. Is Texas like a big ass farm, and then there's like cities in it, right?
No, it's kind of like split in the middle. A lot of it is very flat with like tumbleweed, but not like desert, just like shitty like grass spouts.
Right. Okay.
The part I live in is really nice actually and green, and there's hills.
Wow.
And it's really cool. But I'm also from I've lived in Florida, and Florida is super, super flat.
Really?
It, at least.
I guess that makes sense. It's like a coastal thing.
It's super flat. And then you never go over hills. So when I moved to North Florida near Georgia.
Okay.
And it was like all of a sudden I had to go over hills and like go up a hill to get to my house. And I was fucking terrified. I was so scared. I thought I was gonna die. I'm gonna put the lava coming down the side of this.
All right. I made a smiley face because as a creative, I couldn't make a decision, and I just made a Tumblr icon essentially.
That's okay. I'm gonna go over here. That's great. You did a great job. Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks. I feel very good about it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
My teacher said I did very well.
Yeah, you did great. Yeah. So, but there's hills out here. So I also if I drive west of the main area, I get really nervous and I don't want to drive on it because I think I'm gonna die. Are
you big into driving though? Are you a driver? I know there's some states where people drive everywhere, and there's some states where people don't bother. I know in New York people just don't bother driving because there's cabs and shit.
None of the places I've lived could you live there without having a car.
Okay.
You don't need to have a car, right?
What?
You don't need to have a car, correct?
I mean, not really, but it's the one city in the entire country where that's true. Actually, I think Vancouver is kind of like that too. Everywhere else, public transit sucks shit.
No, that's the truth of most of the states. You mostly have to have a car.
That's crazy.
New York, no, because you have to pay so much to park your car somewhere.
Yeah, we have the same
thing. People
thing.
can afford that. But I think DC, if you lived in the main part of DC, you wouldn't have to. But I lived in Orlando. Orlando's a pretty big city.
Right. That's isn't that one of the big cities in Florida? That's where Disney or Universal or something is.
That's all that. Yeah. You need to have a car. You literally can't live.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there's too many. I mean, actually, I guess there is probably a tram that goes to Disney, but I feel if you don't work on the Disney line, then I feel you're kind of shit out of luck.
I'm sure there's buses or something that do it. But, I don't know. Am I done with this? Is this it?
It's looking like a volcano, I will say.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Have you seen the back of it?
Let me see the back of it. I haven't seen the back of it yet. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That looks sick.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that is it.
I love this. I love this monument to our new friendship.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know about the smiley face. I think we could do.
Look, but it's so cute. Look how cute he is. He's just happy to be here. He's just my special. His name is Johnamy. His name is Johnamy. Johnamy is his name, and I love him very deeply. Mm-hmm. He is my special boy.
Okay, if you love him deeply, then I'll allow it.
Here, I'm even gonna. I'm gonna make him like a Tumblr fanboy, and he's special. He's not like most girls.
Oh, yeah.
I've done it. I've improved on Johnamy.
That's good. That was the change that was needed to make me hear about this guy. That was it.
I'll write up a whole backstory and I'll send it to you as a pitch for film-cred.
Okay.
It'll be my inaugural editorial, the story of this story of Johnamy, the smiley block in Minecraft.
Yeah, that's the kinds of things we publish on film-cred.
Sick. I love that. My editorial debut.
Okay, now what?
All right, so I'm glad you've asked because it's time for. So it's kind of like a new segment. It's mostly just something I thought was funny.
Okay.
Are you okay?
No, I hit my elbow. It hurt.
Are you gonna make it?
No, it's over.
Ah, shit,
that
dude.
It.
So we've talked about your origins and you're a deep-seated part of film Twitter, right? You are in the paint of film Twitter.
Yeah.
So you sound so resigned.
Yeah.
I have come up with a list, and I've titled this list "Getting Sarah Canceled on Film Twitter." Okay. So I'm just gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you some hot takes for you.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna get the hot takes and put them out there on the internet. Is Citizen Kane the best movie of all time?
Never seen it. I own it too. I haven't seen it.
What? Okay.
Yeah. What else you got?
What is the critical darling movie that you think is the most boring?
I have a hard time when people ask me like bigger questions because I have to think of like 18 movies really quickly.
What's the first one that comes to your head?
Boring? I don't know. Can you name some that you think are critically darling?
Lord of the Rings. I think Lord of the Rings is boring.
Love Lord of the Rings. No, you're wrong on that one. Next.
I don't think it's bad. I just think it's 8 hours of walking.
I've watched the extended version.
That's a banana sentence.
Yeah, no problems.
I've tried so many times. I watched the beginning of the first movie like 3 or 4 times. And
Wait, do you have ADHD?
Yo, it's wicked bad. Have you seen my hair
that's
color?
why. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, I don't have ADHD.
But see, I can sit through 2001. And I love 2001.
Haven't seen it.
See, and that's the other movie. It's like the movies that people are usually like, oh, it's actually just shitty and boring is like Citizen Kane and like 2001. And I love those movies. But I have tried so many times to watch Lord of the Rings and I get through like the first hour of the first movie and then I fall asleep. And I've seen the fight scene of the Twin Towers. That one's sick. Or the Two Towers.
That's like, I don't know.
Where he's like sliding on the shield and like shooting people.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite of the 3.
That shit's tight. It's the only part of the movie I've seen that like whatever 20-minute chunk where they're all
No,
just
I watched those as they came out as a kid. And
really?
I had no problem with it. Yeah.
I like because my brother's older than me. My brother's 6 years older than me. So him and his friends had. Hey,
how old's your brother though? Your brother's like my age, right?
He's 31.
Yeah, I'm 30. Okay, yeah.
So roughly the same age then. I feel like maybe it's just a generational thing.
I think it's like something about like there was a lot of freaking hype about them.
There was.
And seeing them in a theater, like it was like very big. Now, do I pay attention to like every fucking second of it now that if I rewatch them? No. But that's not because I think they're boring. It's because I've like seen it like 10 times each. I'm not a massive like Tolkien fan though. Like I got no problem with him, but I don't know everything that happens in those.
I read The Hobbit in high school. I liked that, and then I watched the movie, and so it's funny because I've seen more of the Hobbit trilogy than I have of the original Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I think I watched the first Hobbit film and I hated how it looked, and I know why. It's because he messed with the frame rate or whatever.
See, I was gonna ask. That was another thing I was gonna ask is if you're one of the frame rate people, because I know there's some people who are like super frame ratey.
If I can recognize that it looks different, then I'm put off. Mm-hmm. But if I can't recognize it, which I don't have like a trained eye for like frame rates and all that stuff, then I'm fine. I don't care either way. Okay, what's some other critically darling like films? I can't think of one.
What about like Oscar winners? Are there any Oscar winners that won and you were like, fuck that, come on, man? What about King's Speech? Are you a King's Speech person? You seen King's Speech?
I really like British history stuff because as a kid, like I read everything about like the monarchs and stuff. Don't give a shit about them now. But
you gave a shit about them when they were cool. Like
yeah, like I was very into like Queen Elizabeth I. Like
Mhm.
she's like historical figure, super cool.
Yeah.
I like King's Speech. I had no problems
Okay.
with it. I don't know why it was such a big deal. I think people were mad because of what it was up against.
Probably.
But I'm also not like there's film Twitter and then there's awards Twitter.
Yeah, it is a very like separate thing, I feel like.
And that group of people, they got problems, man. Something's wrong with them. They got brain worms, bro. I don't
They
know
got
what's up
dumb
with them.
brain, dude. They got
They're
wild
so stressed about the Oscars. I'm like, y'all just don't watch it. It's if you don't like it, don't watch it.
And it's funny because the same people who get like really pressed about like the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever will make fun of people for watching football. And it's the exact same experience. As someone who does both,
they're
it's
literally
the same
playing
experience.
fantasy football, and I love fantasy football.
Yeah.
Like, it's totally fine.
It's
you
a
can
time
be
and a
like
half.
that, but don't act like you're like a fucking bookie specialist on award season. It's weird.
They're a savant.
Uh,
Okay. Let me try you with a different one.
Okay.
Who's the most overrated actor of all time?
it's probably like, oh no, overrated. I don't know if I can even answer that. Okay, who do you think? And I'll debate with you.
See, okay, so I thought this was kind of hard, but also like I don't think Ryan Reynolds is a good actor. Like I think he's funny and he seems pretty chill. But
you don't know my
he's
favorite like
just
Ryan Reynolds. My favorite Ryan Reynolds film is probably like Smoking Aces.
Okay.
It's not necessarily a good movie.
that's definitely a pull though. I feel like that's the kind
Smoking
of movie
Aces
that
is like one of my favorite movies.
Really?
It's like I think it's really weird. I really wanted Common and Alicia Keys to get married after that film. No, I don't like super stan certain people, like
Right.
certain directors or certain actors.
Mhm.
The only thing that I've recently done is thirsted after Dev Patel. I don't like it's purely thirst. It has nothing to do with acting ability.
Your tweets about Green Knight, like I was logging in on Twitter just to get updates. Like I didn't give a shit about the movie, but I was like, I need to see what happens when Sarah watches the
I
movie.
just
I
wanted
need
to
know.
see it, and then like between that and then David Copperfield movie, like I just wanted to see those movies. They both look like movies that were my shit,
Mhm.
and then they both got delayed, and I was like, this is all I care about right now. This is the worst thing that's happened all quarantine is the Dev Patel movies getting messed up.
Yeah,
It was
that's
stressful.
man. I wish people talked about the real issues when it came to COVID-19, like the fact that Dev Patel's movies got delayed.
Everything else, whatever. Dev Patel movies getting
Lockdowns,
delayed. Are you
masks.
fucking kidding me?
What a fucking massive inconvenience.
It was very upsetting. What else?
Okay. Do you like The Godfather?
Yeah.
What's the best Godfather movie?
I really like him all up in Italy being sad. That was fun. You
Yeah,
have to
man.
understand, I was shown The Godfather at a very young age. I am Italian American. I was shown
Yeah,
all
with
the
the last name
Godfather
Sorrentino.
movies
It's like a rite of passage, I assume.
around 6 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Sitting there watching the Godfather movies. It's probably like the second one it's not the third. It's
No.
probably like the second one for me, I think, because the second one is when they go in the backstory of his father and everything. I really liked all that.
Okay. Because that's a hot button issue. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure that you've probably heard this argument, but I feel like there's like a war between people who think the first is the best, people who think the second are the best, and they both think they're equally like wrong and should die in a fire.
Are you in like old people film Twitter? Is that where you're at? Because I haven't heard an argument like that in a long time.
It's been a while. See, here's the thing: is that I was like you and full of dreams and aspirations of like wanting to write about movies and shit, and like, and I actually had a very similar trajectory of you in terms of like career path of like I had like a Tumblr where I wrote about like movies and professional wrestling, and then that translated to having a Twitter where I did that. So most of my knowledge of like film Twitter is from like 2013 or 2012 when I was deep in the
that's
paint.
about the same time. Yeah.
And
That's
then
when that might have been
rather than getting really deep into it, because I saw what was happening, I was like, instead, no. And then I stopped. So I like quit Film Turkey Twitter cold turkey.
No,
and now
I
I
did
only
too.
get it from people like you. Like I'm like
No, I did.
tertiary.
Around the same time, maybe 2012, 2013, I disappeared from Twitter for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came back, I was followed by people who had bigger accounts than they did when I left.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of a sudden, these people who followed me when we used to just share Tumblr posts had like 20K followers. And I was like, how did you get famous? And then I was like, oh, Twitter's doing good. I should do better. So I unfollowed a bunch of people and fixed my ratio,
right?
My follower to following ratio, and I took it seriously. And yeah, I hit that 1,000 follows, and I felt strong.
I felt strong and powerful.
Felt strong and powerful. But yeah, no, I don't know. I disappeared for a while too, but I was in college. During college, I was less online.
Yeah.
Very less
I had
online.
the opposite, where like I was very like, other than trying to like have like a blog, I was very not online. Like I was on my own little corner, my own little island, and I would post shit and then not read anyone else's stuff. And then in college, by proxy of, you know, this that I now do, I became very online, but my knowledge of online was very dated. So I had to learn all this shit, and I had to get back into film Twitter, which was a disgusting process that I still haven't fully committed to.
It's stressful. It's stressful. But yeah, I got back. I mean, I've been back fully on film Twitter since probably like 2016, 2015.
What's the worst? Can you think of like a crazy hot take from film Twitter that you want to put on blast? Can you think of some like bananas head ass shit that someone said that you're just
There's always some weird ones, but they're always so goddamn specific and like it's so weird. The weirdest ones recently have been like people being like anti-sex scenes have been pretty interesting.
Interesting. Okay. I haven't seen this.
So this is like people saying, hey, sex scenes are always bad in films. Either from like a feminist standpoint or from like a literally they suck.
Yeah,
or,
just
like,
from like a
creepy
filmmaking standpoint.
So either it's like kind of like, but it's a really conservative kind of creepy take of like we shouldn't even show sex in film because it always sucks.
Right.
And it's like, oh, what? No sex ever?
Like ever?
And I don't know. Here's the issue. I've hit the point. I've ascended in film Twitter. I don't really get into a debate about the hottest film takes until like I feel like there's something to be said.
Right. Okay.
That I haven't seen.
Right.
So I let other people talk. I hit a point. I never have been somebody who jumps into internet arguments, to be honest, until I think that there's something going wrong.
Yeah. Until like, the level of headassery has reached a certain point.
Yeah, like the few arguments I've told you about, some of the arguments I've gotten into on film Twitter. But most of the time it's like someone like one time I posted one of my podcasts.
Okay, yeah.
The new episode of the podcast.
Yes.
And someone immediately went underneath that like post, the official announcement of the episode, and said, "This movie's actually great. You guys suck." Didn't even listen to the episode.
Yeah, like there's no shot because it was so instant.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I'm just like, wow, you listen to that fast, and they're like, but at the same time, I think a lot of the fights is because people have no like sense of etiquette,
right?
Or like I think that everybody on film Twitter is like a social like awkward nerd, and they probably got bullied in high school, which I did, and they should have learned how to not get bullied anymore, but instead like they doubled down. Like. I learned that I interrupted, like I would get into conversations that weren't mine to get into. Like people would be talking and I would jump in. That was lame as hell. And I got picked on for it.
Right.
And then I stopped doing it. That's how you learn to not be that. And I feel like some people didn't pick up the social cues.
Yeah.
And they're even worse about it because it's online. So it's a lot of like 35-year-old dudes who got beat up in high school and
never quite got over it.
And then they just keep going. They just keep digging and digging. And now they're like replying to posts where they're like saying how a movie actually is great. But I said that during the whole fucking podcast, dude. You should have listened to it. Now you ruined my announcement with you saying the opposite. Because you didn't, so I get angry, but I don't go.
But you're like chilling.
I haven't had a Twitter argument this whole year, I think.
Wow, I respect that.
The only time I will come in to a conversation that's like the main character of the day conversation,
right,
is to say something just very like, this is why this is dumb. Here's another reason, and I'm not like subtweet. I'm not like actually like quoting anybody or anything. It takes a lot for me to get involved. I feel like
I stay away from everything unless there's a chance for clout. I am a filthy, disgusting clout chaser. So if I see something and I'm like, I can piggyback off of that, I do 100% of the time. And when people try and get in arguments with me on Twitter, I will either, if they've made a really good point, I'll block them. If they've made a bad point that's like fallible, then I'll just make fun of them and I'll just like cyberbully them a little bit. And then normally that gets me. And then the thing is, I know that I will never be the first to use a slur. So as soon as a slur comes out, I'm like, blocked. Yes.
What kind of arguments are you having? Why are slurs coming out?
I have a rainbow flag in my name on Twitter. So like,
oh, that's true.
Someone's like, aha.
There's very little for people to come after me for too. The only thing I will say is there is a difference between someone who has their first and last name on their handle and someone who does not. There's a lot more you can do when you got an anime pick.
Yeah, imagine like not having your name as your handle. Ooh.
Just going, I go all the way. I said when I was younger, when I first made my Twitter account, I said I am going to use this to network. Mm-hmm. So I put my first and last name on it, like I did with my Gmail. And I went for it. So I mean, like, I'm not afraid to say what I'm feeling or to make commentary on stuff, but I also know that there's 18 other people who are saying the same thing as me, and there's not really worth me jumping in. I
always feel like I'm too dumb. Like, I always feel like I see someone make something that's stupid and head ass, and then I'm like, I'll write out a tweet as like a quote tweet or like a reply to like be like, aha, and then I read it back and I'm like, maybe I'm the head ass one. So then I delete it and I replace it with like a fart joke and I make fun of their nose or something, and then I hit tweet.
So did I tell you about the time someone picked on my cheeks?
No.
Someone, they were being mean to Ale.
Okay.
And I forget what they said to Ale, but I jumped in and I started talking shit. And they said my cheeks make me look old. And I was like,
what does that mean?
No, I loved it. It was my favorite thing yet. Like, it was really good.
That's such a bananas thing to say. Like,
it was so bananas, but like, that's what you should, like, if you're gonna really like fight with somebody.
Yeah, you gotta like, pick something crazy.
Like, if I'm really like having like a little bit of a fun debate, like if I'm going back and forth with somebody on a tweet thread, I'm gonna say something stupid at some point. Like, I'll keep it legit, but sometimes I know that the argument sucks and I know I'm right. So I'll just say some stupid shit. But this person told me my cheeks made me look old. And honestly, I'm cool with it. Like, I was like, that's fair.
What is that? But like, what does that mean?
I'm not even gonna ask questions. I just accepted it. Like, there's so many other things I dislike about myself. I can accept that one. No problem.
Yeah, we take those for sure.
That one? Shh, cool. Thanks. Sometimes the insults are just like so out there that I was like, this is the best. This is good. I love that
you're at that point. Like, I feel like everyone either gets to that point on the internet where like they just don't give a shit anymore. Like, especially if you are like online and have like a brand that you use, right? Like, you get to a point where someone, like the average individual, someone would be like, if you were on the street and someone was like, your cheeks make you look old, like, I'd be ready to fight. But if it's on Twitter, I'm like, well, yeah, but you are stupid, and then I block them. Like, no,
I think in person I would just start laughing and think it's hilarious. To be honest, like my personality on Twitter is exactly the same as my personality in real life. Like, there's the way I write too, and this is why I'm not a writer. I will write the way I speak, which it doesn't translate too bad. But I don't like writing. But in general, like, I've always been good at writing dialogue. And I don't want to sit there and write description of shit.
I respect that.
I just want pictures and then I'll write the dialogue. No, I don't know. Internet's been fine to me. I feel like the only time that I need to like get in real fights is like when I have to defend somebody. Not defend like a celebrity. Fuck those guys. But like if
but like if your homie gets jumped on Twitter.
If some dude is being creepy to one of my mutual chick friends, hands.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's my problem, is I'm too feisty, but I also like, I hate when people try and debate me on the internet. So rather than doing that, I skip the debate and get right to being mean to them. Like, I cut everything else away, and I'm just like,
No,
I don't respect you as a human being.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for the debate. I think.
Yeah.
I think like I can accept that if you say one thing and I think you're stupid for saying it, I'm not going to debate with you and try to convince you that it's stupid. There's no hope there. I've given up on that from the beginning. As soon as I see that we don't have the same opinion, whatever. I don't give a shit if you have the same opinion as me. Oh my God, there's spiders on our thing.
What?
There's spiders on they're all up on my volcano.
Yeah, you know what? But they've earned it.
Okay. And I will go into not saying like mean things, but saying stupid things. I sent you an argument I had with Golden Girls quotes. You
did, yes. Which is an amazing Twitter account to get an argument with.
Yeah, so I'm fighting with like this novelty account, and and they were trying to have like a real debate with me about why it was okay that they were talking shit about me, and I just didn't accept it. So I just started to like say stupid shit to them, and I think the last thing I said to them are you my dad? And they didn't like that. And that's it. Like, I just let it go after that. Like, if you could say something so off the wall that they're like, okay, this person's fucking insane, I'm gonna stop talking to them, then you win.
I will say I've never gotten like, I feel like there's like a Twitter bingo card. I've never gotten into an argument with a gimmick account. I've always wanted to, secretly somewhere deep in my heart.
I didn't plan for it.
A lot of lawyers and Republicans. I've gotten in a lot of, and like, I'm not even super, like, you follow me on Twitter. I'm not that political. Like, every once in a while, I'll just be like, this is dumb. But like, beyond that, I don't get like super, because I'm dumb. I am a dumb comedian. Like, I'm not here to have my takes or whatever. But sometimes someone, like, I'll just tweet something, and then like some fucking representative of goddamn like Pennsylvania or some shit will be like, well, actually, you don't understand state 3, and I go like, you're fucking stupid. You look like you smell like Gouda, and then I block them. And like,
no, that's good. That's a good way to do it.
Nothing.
Because like actually going back and forth with those people is like completely useless.
No, and I will lose.
There's no way to tell someone to. I think the major issue is like, there's no way for me to go to someone and be like, stop having a debate with this guy. It's nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, I can tell someone that, but that doesn't mean they're gonna take my advice. And sometimes people just want to have those debates to get shit out. And
yeah, I feel like there's a what's it? There's like a transfer of energy to it, right? There's like a not a Schadenfreude. What are we looking for? There's like a catharsis.
Yeah, there's some catharsis there. I can respect that. It does not give me catharsis.
No,
I have
me neither.
anxiety.
Mass anxiety. Same. Yeah.
I have anxiety. I don't want to. I am not afraid to confront. I'm not afraid to escalate or confront anything. Right. Even in person, I will say if somebody does something stupid in front of me or says some shit, I will call it out and say it, and I don't need to know them. But I will have an anxiety attack later.
Yeah. You have like the adrenaline, and then it wears off, and then you're like,
yeah, I'll have an anxiety attack. I accept the anxiety attack; it was worth it. But I will have an anxiety attack in most situations, and I'm okay. That's fine. That's cool. That's no problem.
We've touched a lot of topics today. I feel like we've hit a swath, a large, wide swath.
Yeah.
And so it's time. It's unfortunately our time here is winding down, but we're gonna get into
How do you screenshot?
How the fuck?
How do you screenshot? Is it F1?
F2. I took a guess and it worked. We've only gone in. Yeah. We're in. I'm in.
We're in.
We're gonna get to the last segment of the show. It's my favorite part of the show. It's the whole reason I have the show existing. It's called the lightning round. The reason that we call it the lightning round is because I'm gonna put 1 minute on a timer. I'm gonna ask you a set of yes or no questions. This or that, yes or no kind of type things. Very simple stuff. I found it online. It's lifehacks.io. Greatest website, unofficial sponsor of Let's Be Best Friends, the podcast. I'm gonna ask you as many of these as we can get through in 1 minute, and then I'm gonna tabulate the score with the answers that I've already prepared to see how close we are to being best friends.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Perfect. I've got my pen. I've got my paper. I've got my questions. There we go. Well, it's how I keep track. I don't know if you've learned this about me during our conversation. I am an old man. Like on the outside, I'm like a fresh-faced gay comedian guy. On the inside, it takes so long for me to do anything with a computer. I got a new phone. It took me 2 days to set it up.
Oh no.
Because I'm an old crusty man.
Okay.
Anyway, if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, cookies or cake?
Cookies.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Computer games or console games?
Console.
Pop music or rock music?
Pop now. Yeah.
Stuffed animals or dolls?
Stuffed animals.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Hot chocolate or coffee?
Hot chocolate, no coffee.
Morning or night?
A morning, actually.
Okay. Text message or call?
Text message. Oh no, I don't like either. Don't talk to me.
NA. Not the first time, I'll say it.
Yeah,
libraries or museums?
Both. 100% both. Both. What?
Okay. French or Spanish?
Spanish because, yeah. Sorry, we're from different places.
It happens, man. Summer or winter?
Winter.
Theater or cinema?
I like both, but I'll go cinema because I guess I'm a film person. I don't know.
Love or money?
Money.
Yeah, damn right. That is our 1 minute timer up. I am going to tabulate the results. While I do that, this is your time. You can shout out any brands, do any plugging that you want to do. Tell the good people out there on the internet where they can find you.
Oh, shout out brands. What? Like Walmart?
Yeah, brother. We have to name the specific Walmart.
You can find me at Sara Sorrentino, on Twitter. I run film-cred at film-cred. I guess there's a lot of people involved with that though, so it's literally just not me. Please don't think it is. Sequels, Sequels is a podcast that's on hiatus because one of us is in Germany. Don't ask any questions. And I don't really do anything else. I have other types of accounts, but if people follow me on them, I get kind of confused as how they found me or why they would follow me on there. I'm mostly online all the time and on Twitter, so I guess you should just follow me there. Yeah. There's some other cool sites these days, though. So I would just say as a general thing, hey, go look up some like small sites and follow them, and like follow writers that you like to whatever site they get published on because they deserve it.
I love that your shout out time ended up just being like, hey man, just go follow people. Just go follow someone. Find someone on the internet, follow them.
Be their friend.
Go be
People
someone.
need support. You know
It's
what I mean?
true.
Like
In
everyone
these
has
times.
their medium and then they feel like nobody reads or watches their stuff and they deserve to feel like that happens.
And of course, that means that you at home are going to like, comment, subscribe on this podcast, and you're going to give it a 5-star. Oh, wait, I can't say 5-star. You're going to give it a star rating that's higher than medium. It's a high rating. Apparently, you're not allowed to say numbers. Apparently, you get in trouble for it now. So,
with who?
I'd like the algorithm, like the numbers that control our lives.
Okay.
I don't know, man. You're also not allowed to say like pussy in a YouTube video. I don't know anymore, man.
Penis.
Yeah, this is making no money. Let me be very clear. This podcast is making... I'm going to have to pay YouTube for this to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sara, I want to thank you so much for being on the podcast. I want you to know that this is like my like reintegration into the podcasting world. This is going to be the first episode back after a lovely hiatus that I've very much enjoyed. And I want you to know that today on Let's Be Best Friends, you scored a grand total of 8 out of 14. And where I'm from, that's a pass.
That's a pass. That's
a pass where I'm from. And I believe that means I think we're now best friends.
Okay, fair enough. All out.
So I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I want to thank everyone at home who's listening or watching. If you're watching on YouTube right now, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I know it's stupid. I know you're like, I'm going to turn the video off now. But like legitimately, if you type the word comment in the comment box and hit
that's not
enter,
the word I thought you were going to say.
Boom. You can type it. You know what? No, I'm not going to make that joke. Just type something. Type something. Hit like. And then, like, that's it. You can hit subscribe. I think you can mute subscriptions now. Do that. I don't give a shit, man. If you're listening to this on audio, I appreciate it. You can get this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. That's Podbean, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Play, Spotify. The one that you're going to probably use is Spotify. Hey, if you can leave it a review or if you can download it, that'd actually be super hype. It helps the algorithm, helps the numbers that control my life and keep Fred food on the table. No pressure. I want to thank Sara for being on the show. You can follow her at Sara Sorrentino, SaraSorrentino. Or you can follow her the brand at film-cred. Go check out the website. It's actually a fucking this isn't even blowing smoke up your ass or anything like that. It's actually a great website. I actually go there like often. I think it's a great just like a fun fucking place to go and talk about movies and shit. It's great. I want to thank Isabel Wing for the intro to our podcast, Let's Be a Friend. I want to thank Seth Feldman for the outro. And that's all the time we have for today. So remember that your mom was your best friend at one point. So give her a call and we'll see you next week.